Coming up, Julius Jones supporters protest at the state capitol. Plus, the Melton Gallery's Women's Rights Are Humans' Rights exhibit closes this week. And warm and windy temperatures today. How long can we expect those? And your UCentral weather update, all happening right now at 4:30. Today, supporters of death row inmate Julius Jones are rallying at the state capitol just days before he is set to be executed.
Jones is convicted in the 1999 shooting death of Edmond businessman Paul Howell. The state pardon and parole board previously recommended to commute the sentence to life in prison with the possibility of parole. The decision now lies with Governor Kevin Stitt.
UCentral's Edmond Jones is at the rally and has the latest.
I'm here live at the state capitol where Julius Jones supporters have gathered to rally for him. As you can see behind me, there are a lot of people in attendance, and in the short time that we've been here, more people have slowly.
Thanks, Eden. Jones has maintained his innocence, with supporters calling on the governor to grant clemency. On social media, Kim Kardashian tweeted in a thread calling on Governor Stitt to call into the case more. In the thread, she stated, quote, "My heart breaks for Julius and so many others who have suffered from such tragic miscarriage of justice." The family of Paul Howell is asking the governor to not follow the pardon parole board's recommendation to grant clemency. Jones is set to be executed at 4 p.m. Thursday.
Looking now at COVID-19 on campus, UCO is currently reporting 20 active cases. UCO says just over 1,200 people in the UCO community have recovered from the virus. UCO has seen 1,228 total cases since last August. And the State Department of Health is reporting 345 new cases across Oklahoma today. Right now, we have over 7,000 active cases in the state. 410 Oklahomans are hospitalized with the virus. 135 are in the ICU.
And MC, it looks like the weather is going to drop coming up in this week. What do you have for us?
That's right, Tyler. The temperature is expected to drop, but right now, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on here on campus with Zach Carter.
I'm Zach Carter with UCentral News, and I'm out on UCO's campus today to take a look at the weather. It's about 80 degrees today, so a little warmer than the rest of the week, but as you can see behind me, the trees are moving, the leaves are shaking. It's pretty breezy out today, which is making that warmer temperature a little nicer. Also, you can see the sun is shining, keeping everything nice and warm. Not a whole lot of clouds going on up in the sky today. Just a nice, beautiful day out today.
Thank you, Zach. Like Zach said, it does feel like 80 degrees. It's 80 currently, fairly breezy. And we do have a few clouds, but it is very, very breezy outside. South wind of 24 miles per hour. That wind gust is sitting at 36 miles per hour, so make sure you're watching out for that. Humidity is sitting at 37%, and it does feel like the big number on the screen, 80 degrees. Now, the weather headlines, we are seeing high winds and high wind gusts, and we're going to see that throughout tonight. With the warm and dry conditions, we are expected to see high fire risks going into tonight as well. And then temperatures are expected to drop going later into the week. Now, the temperatures across the state currently 80 here in the metro, 77 up in Guyman and Woodward. Same thing with Miami, 75 in Idabel, 88 in Altus, 81 in Clinton, and 79 in Ardmore. Now, that's all I have for you. Make sure you stay tuned for the rest of your forecast. Back to you guys.
Thanks, NC. A jury is deliberating today in Wisconsin for the murder trial of an 18-year-old charged with killing 2 men and wounding a third. Kyle Rittenhouse testified that he acted in self-defense during a night of protest against racial injustice in Kenosha, Wisconsin in the summer of 2020. Rittenhouse faces life in prison if convicted as charged.
And President Biden is on the road today after his bipartisan infrastructure bill is signed into law. UCentral's political reporter Jessica Morales is live in studio with more. Jess?
Thanks, Tyler. President Biden traveled to Woodstock, New Hampshire today to talk about how the recently signed bipartisan infrastructure law would impact the nation. The president stood in front of what the state calls a structurally deficient bridge as he outlines how the $1.2 trillion package will help repair the nation's roads and bridges. Biden echoed sentiments expressed at the signing ceremony yesterday at the White House, showing that Democrats and Republicans can come together. Though the law isn't as sweeping as the president had initially hoped it would be, it delivered on a key campaign promise of Biden's, and it is something past presidents have attempted and failed to achieve. The win comes at a critical time for Biden, who is facing some of the lowest approval ratings of his presidency. Rising consumer prices, inflation, and shortages caused by the supply chain crisis are being felt by Americans across the country and are urgent concerns. Officials are hoping the law will give the president some much-needed momentum ahead of next year's crucial midterm elections. As for the state of Oklahoma, it is expected that more than $5 billion will head our way. Most will go towards roads and bridges, but millions will be used for things like electric vehicle charging stations, water and power projects, and rural broadband expansion. Live in studio, Jessica Morales, UCentral News.
Thanks, Jessica. The Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office is warning about a possible scam. They say someone could be calling and claiming to be a deputy and saying there is a warrant for your arrest. The Sheriff's Office says while deputies do reach out over the phone, they will never ask for payments and will always provide a case number. They say if you ever question the legitimacy of a call, to reach out to their office at 405-713-1000.
And the closing reception for the Women's Rights Are Human Rights exhibit will be this Thursday. The traveling exhibition highlights women, non-binary, and gender non-conforming and genderqueer social justice advocates from all over the world. The reception will be held from 5 to 7:30 p.m. at the Melton Gallery.
And the UCO Chambers Library will be hosting a Native American exhibit November 18th, where guest speaker Dr. Natalie Panther will focus on Mission Indian boarding schools before statehood. There will also be artwork by Native American artists who were subjected to these boarding schools displayed. More information, visit the online exhibit.
And the UCO Central Pantry is celebrating its 9th birthday this week. There is a list of needed items on the Central Pantry website if you're thinking of contributing. Follow UCO's community engagement Instagram to keep up with the big announcements coming soon. UCO is partnering with OSU, OBU, and OU in a competitive food drive. Food donations will be combined to create holiday meal baskets. Donations will be accepted until Friday and can be dropped off outside the UCOSA office or Student Involvement Center in the Nye. And you may soon be paying more for meat at the grocery store. Tyson says it is raising its meat prices. The company is blaming inflation. Beef is up nearly 33%, pork is up 38%, and chicken nearly 20%. And new data shows a double-digit rise in the median home price. According to the National Association of Realtors, the median home price is up 16% from a year ago. Prices rose in 99% of the 183 U.S. markets that it tracks. And still ahead on UCentral News, MC is expecting some more chilly weather. Her full forecast up next.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
We are going to check back in with UCentral's Eden Jones at the state capitol.
Right now, supporters of death row inmate Julius Jones are rallying at the state capitol. Eden, what are you seeing?
I'm live at the state capitol where Julius Jones supporters have gathered to rally for him. As you can see, there are a lot of people in attendance, and in the short time that we've been here, more and more people have slowly started to join in on this group. Julius Jones's family actually just walked right past us prior to this. There are supporters outside of Governor Stitt's office with posters, and some supporters are saying that they're really just waiting for Governor Stitt to come out and say something, anything. It's been very peaceful. There have been some officers roaming around and just making sure things don't go awry and that everyone gets home safely. Supporters say that all hands are on deck for the fight for his life. At the state capitol, Eden Jones, UCentral News.
Thanks, Eden. And we're actually going to toss things over with MC with our full look at weather. MC, what do you have for us coming up this week?
Thank you, Tyler. We have a lot going on. Let's go ahead and look at our weather headlines for today. High winds and wind gusts throughout tonight. We're seeing winds getting up to 24 miles per hour and wind gusts getting up to 36 miles per hour. So make sure you guys are checking out that or keeping up with that. We have warm and dry weather right now, which can go into fire risk. So make sure you're keeping your head, we're keeping an eye on that as well. Temperatures are expected to drop. So Wednesday going into Thursday night, we will see temperatures drop into the mid-30s. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Now, the big number or the current conditions here on campus, 80 degrees, is feeling fair and breezy outside. Very, very breezy. Have a south wind, like I said, of 24 miles per hour. That humidity is sitting at 37%, but it does feel like the big number on the screen, 80 degrees. Now, the temperatures across the state, we have 80 here in the metro, 77 up in Guyman, Woodward, and Miami. Altus is sitting at 88, 79 in Ardmore, 75 in Idabel, 76 in McAllister, and 78 in Tulsa. Now, for tonight, the temperature will get down to 55 degrees. We will have some clear skies, have a south wind of 22 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 42%, and we won't have any chance of rain. Now, the lows for tonight, we'll have 55 here in the metro, 37 up in Guyman is what we're going to have the coolest in the state, 55 up in Miami, 50 in Ponca City. Woodward is sitting at 42 for tonight, 62 in McAllister is probably going to be the warmest, 59 in Ardmore, and 54 in Lawton. Now, for tomorrow, the highs for tomorrow will be 62 here in the metro, 53 up in Guyman, 64 in Miami, 78 in Idabel. That's probably going to be the warmest here in the state, 74 in Ardmore, and 58 in Clinton. Now, the forecast for tomorrow, it's going to start off cool, 62 degrees. It's going to be pretty breezy, but 59 going into lunchtime is going to be very, very windy. We're going to see those winds get back up to the 20s and those gusts get back into the 30s. And then it's going to finish out cloudy going into the nighttime around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, the 7-day forecast today, 80 degrees. Going into tonight, it'll be 55. Wednesday, we're going to see that temperature drop to 62 going further into Thursday and Friday. Now, like I said, those temperatures are going to get into the mid-30s Wednesday and Thursday night. So we're looking at 34 and 35. Friday night, it'll be 46. Saturday, it's going to be 66. 45 for Saturday night. And then we're going to see those temperatures drop down going into Sunday, into next week. 59 degrees on Sunday and then 56 for Monday. Now, that's all I have for you. Make sure you stay tuned for what else I have. Back to you guys.
Thanks, MC. You can never understand what's going to happen with this Oklahoma weather, and it's actually been 114 years. That's how long Oklahoma has been a state.
Today is the state's birthday, with President Theodore Roosevelt admitting Oklahoma as the 46th state 114 years ago in 1907. I guess that makes Oklahoma a Scorpio, I believe.
Oh, wow. I never even thought of it like that.
Yes, it's very interesting. I remember celebrating the centennial when I was a child, so yeah, it's very cool. Happy birthday, Oklahoma.
Yes, happy birthday, Oklahoma. And coming up in social media, beauty brands, Minecraft, and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I'm supposed to save the whole world.
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to UCentral News. I'm Tyler Whitehead, and here is your social media update. President Biden's bill provides benefit for news organizations. His $1.85 trillion social spending bill, if put into law, will provide payroll tax credit for companies that employ eligible journalists. It would allow organizations to claim a tax credit of $25,000 the first year and $15,000 the next 4 years. Why is Biden doing this? He has a growing alarm that there is an elimination of newsroom jobs that will take away from critical information for people. And if you are a fan of Harry Styles, he launched a non-binary beauty brand. The singer's brand is called Pleasing and features items like serums and nail polish. Styles has stated these products are inspired by his daily routine. You can pre-order the polish set for $65 at pleasing.com. Products will be released on November 29th. What do you think about this beauty brand? And speaking of brands, Walt Disney World is coming to Minecraft. Today, a new DLC pack was released and features familiar Disney and Pixar characters, as well as iconic attractions and a fireworks show at Cinderella's castle. Many fans have shared to Twitter their creations in the game that feature Disney properties. The pack is now available on the Minecraft marketplace and costs 1,340 Minecraft coins, which ends up being around $8. And a familiar McDonald's menu item is turning 50 years old. McDonald's Egg McMuffin will sell this Thursday at its original price of 63 cents during their normal breakfast hours from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. However, you will have to redeem it exclusively through their app. This is being offered to boost their reward system. Will you be eating an Egg McMuffin this Thursday? And fans are eagerly waiting for the premiere of the new trailer for Spider-Man: No Way Home. The film follows Peter Parker after the events of the second film where his identity was revealed. Now he turns to Doctor Strange in order to change things back, but it seems there will be a lot of mayhem. Characters from other Spider-Man properties are set to appear in the film. The new trailer will be released today. Are you excited about this new film? And Courtney, I will definitely be waiting for this trailer to drop. What do you think with everything that's happening in social media?
I am thinking that Harry Styles nail polish is going on my Christmas wish list, so it's time to get that together. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, definitely.
And stay tuned. Aaron will have updates on UCO volleyball, soccer, and basketball coming up after the break.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision.
Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Aaron Galvin, and this is your Tuesday Sports Update. The UCO women's volleyball team will continue into the playoffs after a 19-9 regular season record and will start their postseason bid against Nebraska Kearney. Kearney finished their regular season at 24-5 and after a first-round bye have secured a home court advantage for their battle with the Broncos. That game will take place tonight at 6 p.m. And congratulations to the UCO women's soccer team on making it back to nationals. This will be the 14th appearance for the Broncos in the national tournament, and they have drawn number 3 Bemidji State for their first game. UCO will be the 6th seed in the tournament, and their first game will be played at Emporia State. That match will take place on Friday, November 19th. And the UCO men's basketball team will continue an early season homestand tomorrow when they host Jarvis Christian. The Broncos are 2-0 and look to continue their hot streak. Senior forward Isaiah Wade is currently averaging 19.5 points and 12 rebounds per game. Tip-off will be at 7 p.m. And the UCO women's basketball team will begin an early season road slate of games tonight when they take on Southern Nazarene. The Lady Broncos are currently an undefeated 2-0 on the year, and senior forward Kelsey Johnson currently leads the squad in scoring at 16.5 points per game. Tip-off tonight is at 5:30 p.m. at SNU. After a small winning streak last week, your Oklahoma City Thunder have now dropped 2 games in a row. They followed up a 24-point loss on Sunday against the Brooklyn Nets with a 13-point loss last night against the Miami Heat. OKC will host the Houston Rockets tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And it was a tough weekend for the Oklahoma Sooners as they suffered their first loss of the season, falling 27-14 to the Baylor Bears. OU's offense was stymied against a tough Baylor defense and was not able to operate with their usual firepower. This loss is a major blow to the Sooners' college football hopes, as they will need major help to make sure they are not on the outside looking in for the college football playoff. And the Oklahoma State Cowboys, on the other hand, won easily on Saturday, taking down TCU 63-17. The Pokes continue to lean on an impressive defense and a dynamic run game, as they are firing on all cylinders as the season begins to wind down. Bedlam is in just 2 weeks, and right now, it pains me to say it because I bleed crimson, but the Cowboys look like the more impressive squad. But Caleb Williams and the Sooners might have something to say about that come November 27th. And both OU and OSU are among the 10 Power 5 teams with less than 2 losses on the season and will be ranked when the playoff committee drops their new set of rankings tonight. And that's everything I have for sports today. For more news, scores, and updates on everything UCO athletics, visit broncosports.com. Have a great day, Edmond, and we'll take it back to Courtney and Tyler at the desk.
Thanks, Aaron. And coming up, MC will give you your last look at weather.
we do or say can make others feel heard, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
We are going to check back in with UCentral's Eden Jones at the state capitol.
She's at the state capitol right now where supporters are rallying for death row inmate Julius Jones. Eden, what are you seeing?
I'm still here at the state capitol. So far, nothing has really changed, although we did just get word that some supporters are going to be gathering at the governor's mansion and holding a prayer ceremony. We also just did get word that barricades are actually being put up around the governor's mansion with traffic cones. And some police officers are going to be gathering there. But besides that, nothing has really changed. That's all the information that we have for you live at the state capitol. Eden Jones, UCentral News.
Thanks, Eden. And now we're going to take it over to MC for her final weather forecast.
Thank you, guys. This is the 7-day forecast currently. Temperatures right now, it's 80 degrees on Tuesday. Wednesday, it's going to drop down to 62. And then going into the week, it's going to be 53. Friday, it get back up to 57. Then Saturday, we're going to see 66. And then going into Sunday into next week, it's going to go down to 59 degrees. Now tonight, it's going to be 55 degrees. It's going to have clear skies, have a south wind of 22 miles per hour, and the humidity will be 42%. Have a 0% chance of rain as well for tonight. Now the temperatures going across the state. Here in the metro, it'll be 55 degrees. The lowest will be in Guyman, sitting at 37, 55 up in Miami, 46 in Altus, 44 in Clinton, 59 in Tulsa, and then 61 in Idabel. Now the daily forecast for tomorrow, starting at 7 a.m., it's going to start off pretty cool, sitting at 62 degrees, and the temperature is going to drop down to 59 degrees going into lunchtime. It'd be very, very windy, and then we're going to see some clouds. Looking at going into tomorrow night, sitting at 52 degrees. Now that's all I have for you guys currently. Back to you guys at the desk.
And are you looking for a new dessert this Thanksgiving? Reese's is releasing its largest peanut butter cup ever in the form of a full-size Thanksgiving pie.
The 9-inch peanut butter and chocolate dessert weighs in at a hefty 3.4 pounds. Reese's says this is a limited time holiday offer. Only 3,000 peanut butter pies are available for purchase on the Hershey's website. They're listed for about $45 plus tax.
I might have to get on that pie, not gonna lie. I am a big Reese's stan. Like anything Reese's, sign me up.
Really though, Reese's Puffs, Reese's like the candy bars, the Reese's Pieces, the little peanut butter cups, the white chocolate. Honestly, now it's a pie.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no comment since I am allergic to peanuts.
But you know, you could enjoy it with spirit. With us. Yeah.
Look from afar.
Yeah,
I will enjoy
just
from
personally
afar.
Reese's anything peanut butter chocolate. I grew up in Pennsylvania, Hershey Park. That was such a big part of my childhood.
That sounds like an amazing time.
Yeah,
honestly.
It was an amazing time. It was very much an amazing time. I am very grateful that I was close by Hershey Park, but I used to get, like, for Christmas, we used to get these, like, huge Reese's cups, kind of like the pie, but what I would do is I would get, like, a full glass of milk and I would drink it with it. It's super interesting.
Such a nice memory.
Yeah, there's also the ice cream that's pretty good, but anything Reese's, I'm obsessed with.
Exactly. All hands on deck.
All hands on deck, but that's all we have for this edition of UCentral News. I'm Tyler Whitehead.
I'm Courtney Hall.
And I'm MC.
Have a great night, Edmond.